I'm out of control. Can you read me? We'll have to bail out.
Yeah, what do you make of it?
Turn the volume up. Aircraft in trouble. This is Lockheed Tower. Identify your aircraft and give your position. Over. Identify your aircraft and give your position. Identify your aircraft and give your position. Call Air Rescue at Marshfield. See if they heard the call.
Okay.
I'll get in touch with the sheriff's department.
Honest car 6, do you read me?
Code 3.
My name is Barrett, Assistant Sheriff, Los Angeles County. This is a copy of a map which is kept at our Aero Detail headquarters. These pins mark the location of every wrecked aircraft in the county. This area is all mountains. Mount Baden-Powell, 9,400 feet. Old Baldy, 10,000 feet. Here is the Lockheed Air Terminal at Burbank, where the garbled message was just received. It was the duty of the head controller, Bill Swanson, to contact the Air Force and Coast Guard search and rescue groups to be certain that they got the alert, as well as the Aero Detail.
Dillon. Yes? Oh, he didn't give us position. Uh-huh. We'll be there about 4 o'clock. We'll get rolling on this right away. Yeah, thanks.
What was that?
Missing plane. Pilot said he was bailing out, but didn't say who or where. Oh, Sid, would you call Lockheed and have him get the Fairchild out? We'll be there in about 30 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and call the inspector and ask him to have the Aero Squadron Reserve stand by. We may need him.
Right, Captain?
Come on, Floyd, we'll take my car.
Right.
Traveling as fast as possible without endangering lives, Captain Dillon and Sergeant Zerb drove to the Lockheed Air Terminal. Code 3, red light and siren. At 1607, 7 minutes past 4 p.m., Captain Dillon and Sergeant Zerb took off and headed for the mountains north of Lockheed.
Well, the wind's up to 20 miles an hour in the mountain area now. I don't like it.
It gusts up to 30. Weather Bureau says it's going to get worse.
That'll make low flying tough.
Yeah, visibility's poor in the area, too. Hey, we have a visitor.
Well, that's some climb.
It's a lot higher than it looks from the ground. I'm Swanson, head controller here. Can I help you?
Jack Gardner, Allied Aviation. I just had a report on a missing airplane.
Oh, yes, it looks like one of your planes. The CAA says that you're the only one in the area that hasn't checked in.
The pilot gave you no report, just said he bailed out.
That's right. I called him back, but got no answer.
Must have been in an awful hurry.
Swanee, I have the Air Rescue Group at Marshfield on the phone. They want to know if we have any late information on the missing airplane.
Well, tell them the CAA confirms that it was an Allied aviation plane, and we have an Allied representative here now. I'll get the flight plan information in a minute.
Right.
What was the pilot's name, Mr. Gardner?
Chet Larman, one of the best, ex-Air Force.
And the type of aircraft?
Fighter F-175, on a factory test flight just prior to delivery.
Could you show me on this map the test run route?
Chet left our field just a little after 1300 hours. He was on a cruise control round robin from here to Reno, Tucson, and return. He was to fly at 40,000 feet. CAA had him checked in at Tucson at 1500 on the nose.
I am checked in here at 1525. Boy, he was really moving. Well, at least this gives us an idea of where to start looking. I'll get this on the teletype and call the search planes. We haven't got too much daylight left.
On receiving the information from the Lockheed Tower, the Sheriff's plane, the Civil Air Patrol, and the Coast Guard Air Auxiliary Flotilla began low-level runs over the area. Air Traffic Control notified commercial airlines and the Air Rescue Group to be on the lookout for any sign of wreckage.
And you're the vice president of the company, Mr. Gardner.
I head up engineering. This was my dream plane. I don't know what could have happened.
What are you fellas doing, holding a wake?
Judy, how did you get here?
In my car.
Yes, but how did you know I was here?
I called your office.
I told the office not
Jack,
to tell...
you know you can't hide anything from alarming.
Judy, this is Sergeant LePast from the Sheriff's office. Mr. Chadwick, this is Mrs. Larman.
Sheriff, what's the sheriff doing here?
Where do you see Miss Larman?
Judy, would you like a cigarette?
Thank you. Now, where's Chet?
We don't know.
Come on, let's have it. I'm not going to go female on you and bawl like a lost cat. What happened?
We don't know. Mr. Chadwick said he heard him say he was leaving the plane. That's all we know.
All right. If Chet said so, he did. Now, all you have to do is find him.
We will. The wind isn't helping any, but we will.
Sergeant, your office is on.
Thank you.
Oh, Judy, this is Mr. Swanson. It's Miss Larman.
Mrs. Larman?
Do I look that bad with my hair rolled up?
No, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Thanks. I got it. Mr. Swanson, can you come here a minute, please?
Excuse me. Yeah.
Can you contact Captain Dillon's plane?
Well, I just talked to him from the weather office. He's covering the area north and east of here. Why, you got something?
Where's Lake Hughes?
Hughes? West of here, up in the mountains.
A man just called the Lancaster station with this report. He runs a boys' camp up near the lake.
Well, this can't be right. This is 50 miles west of here.
We better have Captain Dillon check it out. Tell him a car is on the way up to the camp.
Right about here.
Yeah, just south of Highway 138.
Sheriff 641, Lockheed Tower.
Lockheed Tower, Sheriff 641.
Sheriff 641, there's been an explosion reported in the Bravo 6 area. The Tango or Whiskey Square. The car is on the way. Please investigate.
Sheriff 641, will do.
What would a plane be doing in that area? That would put him 50 miles past his final destination.
I don't know. Let's take a look and see.
Hey, Captain, you going over that ridge or through it? I wouldn't want to run out of gas right about now.
Pretty rough.
United Dispatcher, this is United Flight 711, westbound from Chicago. Due to arrive international at 1920. I've just seen what appears to be the wreckage of an airplane. It is located about 10 miles south of Highway 138, just west of Desert Springs.
Flight 7H, this is United Dispatcher. Will you make a cross fix on the position of the wreck and call back? I'll stand by.
That's the spot.
3 minus is 6, 9511.
Aero detail, Ross. Yes, Fisher. Mount Lewis? Hold on just a minute, I'll check. No indication of a plane down in that area.
Thanks, Sid. That may be it.
Well, that takes care of the plane. Now let's find the pilot.
By the time any of the planes could reach the wreckage, it became too dark for safe, low-level flying, and the air search had to be abandoned. Meanwhile, acting on orders from Chief Towers, head of the Detective and Crime Prevention Division, Sergeant Ross alerted all members of the Aero Squadron Reserve and the Coast Guard Auxiliary Air Flotilla to have their aircraft ready to leave the Lockheed Airport at 0600 hours the following morning. Using a grid map prepared for the Sheriff's Office by the Automobile Club of Southern California, Captain Dillon assigned each man to a specific territory that was not already covered by the Air Rescue Group, the Coast Guard, and aircraft manufacturers. The Aero Reserve and Coast Guard Air Auxiliary Flotilla have a limited membership. By 0600 hours the following morning, 34 of them had checked in at the Lockheed Airport. They came from every walk of life: a retired general, a plumber, a doctor, a salesman. They flew every kind of plane, from jets to Piper Cubs, and they furnished their own fuel. Since there were 4,000 square miles to be covered, there was plenty for everybody. Then, with Jack Gardner of Allied Aviation, Captain Dillon went in search of the wreck.
Hate to bail out at that speed.
Oh, it's not too bad. The ejector shoots the pilot clear of the plane. Parachute opens automatically 3 seconds later.
What about that test pilot they found a couple of years ago out in the desert?
The ejector worked, but the parachute didn't. Hey, look.
You think that's it?
It's hard to tell. Not much left. Think you could set it down in that clearing back there?
I wouldn't say it's impossible, but it's the next thing to it.
Captain,
Find something?
I know one thing that worked.
Yeah?
The ejector seat. It's gone.
Well, let's hope his parachute worked.
Yeah.
Don't you get tired walking up and down like that?
I need the exercise.
Would you like to have me get you a hot cup of coffee? No, I guess not.
Mrs. Lyman, I can't figure you.
You think I'm a cold-blooded wife without much feeling for my husband, don't you?
No. No, I didn't say that.
But you were thinking it. Oh, you don't have to answer that. Sergeant, are you married?
6 years.
Chet and I have been married over 10. We went together for a couple of years before that. I remember when we were first married. Chet was just out of cadet school. Oh, poor guy. I was a terrible cook. The only thing I could fix was fried pork chops and anything that came out of a can. Now he's got over 7,000 hours in the air. He was shot down twice. Once in North Africa and once in Korea. If I was to sit home and chew my nails every time he took off, I wouldn't have any arms left. No. If I'm going to cry and eat my heart out, I'll do it on my own time when I have a good reason. Besides, our angel isn't going to let us down.
Pardon?
Chet always said he had an angel riding on his shoulder. You wouldn't let him down now.
Sergeant, can I speak to you for a minute?
Excuse me.
Doesn't it ever stop blowing around here? Feels like we're flying a kite.
Yeah. What time you got?
Almost 4:30.
Swanee was right. We're gonna run out of gas about the same time we run out of daylight.
What do you make of that?
What? I don't see anything.
Over there. What do you think? Parachute?
Well, come around again. You see him?
No, not a trace. Hey, what was that?
Thanks, pal. You didn't leave me after all. There are no roads leading to the area, no place for a helicopter to land. I suggest you call the Coast Guard and ask for their big helicopter, the HO-4S.
Sheriff 641, Wilco. I'll call the Coast Guard. You call Norton Air Force Base and have their copter stand by.
Right.
Mrs. Lyman, do me a favor.
Yes?
Let me borrow your angel sometime.
Oh, yes, yes.
You don't have to say anything. I don't think it's broken. Can you move it? I don't know. I sure gave it a bad twist when I landed.
Are you all right? Then what's the matter?
How do you thank guys like that?
Oh, darling.
We presented this true case to show how much we're all indebted to the members of the Sheriff's Aero Squadron Reserve, who are on continuous 24-hour emergency call. We also want to thank the United States Coast Guard and the Air Rescue Group for their invaluable aid in the rescue of the lost pilot, Chet Larman. Now may I present Eugene W. Biscaluse, Sheriff of Los Angeles County.
Friends, the members of the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department are pleased to furnish technical advice for Code 3, so you may enjoy an authentic presentation of law enforcement. I hope you'll be with us again next week. Thank you very much.
Thank you.